Dr. Raye. This is really important information. I suffered domestic violence from a couple of my husbands that used to beat me really bad. Then I used to be really heavy, and I think I stayed heavy as like a shell. And I always felt like if I was unattractive, maybe he wouldn't hit me, but that's not what happened. I'm going to take you back to 2017 when I finally realized I had enough of domestic violence. I was taking care of some kids like a foster mom, and I seen the impact that the domestic violence had on the kids. They weren't happy, they weren't smiling, they were mad all the time, they were mad. And one of the boys told me, if only I was big enough, I could have stopped him from beating you. He was only 11. It's just a very dark place because you feel alone. You don't want to tell people because you don't want them to judge you. And a lot of times women suffer in silence because the husband could be somebody important. I had learned what they call the backpack effect, where you get all your important papers, stuff that can't be replaced, and you put it in a backpack and you hide it in your house. I always said the deadliest time for a woman is when she's leaving. You never can tell them when you're leaving. Don't even tell the kids, because the kids don't know. I made that mistake and we almost didn't get out the second time because he found out and he beat us worse. It takes me back to a time when it's really dark. And I really want to help other women get out of this situation because you deserve so much better. It was around the holiday time, and I had made a plan. I had contacted the YWCA downtown and made a plan for me and my kids to get out. But the apartment they had for us in the new place wasn't going to be ready until January 3rd. But I didn't want my kids to be in a shelter during Christmas, so I stayed. And I knew he was going to be going on a drug thing for 3 or 4 days, and I knew I had that window to get out. And when it snowed so bad that day, it was like a blizzard, but I went anyway, and I got the U-Haul. And the little boy that wasn't big enough to fight actually moved a whole house with little kids. They moved a big freezer in the snow just so we can get out. And I told the kids, grab your backpacks, all the backpacks you just got for your new Christmas toys that you put in there. Put it in the truck. I don't want them to know that we were leaving. They thought we were going on vacation or something. Me and the older ones knew we weren't coming back. And they were worried about the dog and everything. And I had made plans with the Y that they had hooked up foster care for the pets. So if you have animals, you could still get out. It's hard at first when you first leave because you want to go back, but there's something so much better out there. So much better. It's going to take time to heal. It's going to take time to process everything you did. You're going to cry a lot because you never thought somebody that you love so bad would hurt you so bad. And it's so beautiful when your kids are starting to smile and they're starting to prosper and they're starting to blossom again. And just to hear the laughter come back is beautiful. And now me and the kids, we do a lot of fun things together. Sometimes they'll talk about it like, do you remember we moved the whole house with the U-Haul in the snow? And I was freezing because it was the coldest day in January 2018. The coldest day. Just to see the kids smile again is so good. Yes, we're still going through counseling. They're still processing a lot, even though it's been almost 10 years. But there's things that are coming up that I didn't realize affected them then. I didn't tell anybody this before, but one of the little ones said, I've thought of ways to kill him. And if I could just take an icicle and stab it through his heart, They would never find it because the ice would melt. And then I knew I had to get him out because I didn't want my kids to turn out like him. And then he told me that growing up, his father was an alcoholic. His father used to be his mother. This is what my husband told me. And that's all he ever seen. And I'm like, why didn't you ever change? And he said he thought that was love. Now, like, we talk, and he apologized. I apologized for stuff I had done. And you can get out. And if you ever need help, please seek me out, and I will help you plan to get out. Laura Dango sings this song, and it was like my fight song. And it says, I will find you. And if you ever need help, seek me out, and I will find you, and I will help you get out.